What we know about the cause of the explosion in Philadelphia. Yesterday, the city of Philadelphia was rocked by a terrifying explosion, sending shockwaves throughout the city. While the exact cause of the explosion has yet to be determined, initial reports indicate it may have been caused by an industrial accident. People living near the site of the blast were left terrified by the intensity of the blast, which could be heard and felt for miles. We'll take a look at what we know about the cause of the explosion in Philadelphia. Background on the explosion in Philadelphia. Yesterday, June 11th, an explosion occurred at the Philadelphia I-95 bridge located in the northeast of the city. The incident happened around 4 a.m. local time and sent a fireball soaring into the sky. The explosion was felt throughout the city, shaking homes and waking up residents. The blast led to massive damages, with a significant fire breaking out in the refinery, which continued to burn for several hours. Plumes of black smoke could be seen from miles away. The explosion caused concern for residents living nearby, and authorities quickly issued a shelter-in-place order as a precaution. Emergency services responded swiftly to the incident, with the fire department containing the blaze around 7 a.m. The refinery has a history of safety and environmental concerns, with an explosion in 2015 and several leaks and fires occurring in recent years. While the exact cause of yesterday's explosion remains unclear, it has brought renewed attention to the plant's safety standards. Eyewitness accounts and social media reactions. As news of the explosion in Philadelphia spread, people took to social media to share their reactions and experiences. Some individuals were directly affected by the blast, while others simply watched the aftermath unfold from a distance. Several eyewitness accounts described the explosion as a sudden and powerful blast that rocked the surrounding area. Some individuals reported feeling the shockwave several blocks away, while others saw debris and damages strewn across the streets. On social media, many individuals shared their concern for those affected by the explosion, offering prayers and condolences for the victims and their families. Others shared images and videos of the aftermath, providing a glimpse into the extent of the damages. Overall, the community response to the explosion has been one of shock and disbelief. Many individuals are still grappling with the magnitude of the tragedy and are waiting for further updates from authorities about the cause of the explosion and any ongoing investigations. Despite the devastation, however, the community has shown resilience and solidarity, rallying together to offer support and assistance to those in need. Updates on the casualties and damages. As the investigation into the cause of the explosion in Philadelphia continues, updates on the casualties and damages have been coming in. According to authorities, there were 2 fatalities and 7 injuries reported. The 2 people who lost their lives were workers at the nearby packaging plant, which was completely destroyed in the explosion. In addition to the 2 fatalities, 7 people were taken to the hospital with injuries ranging from minor to critical. The extent of the damages caused by the explosion is also being assessed by the authorities. Several nearby buildings were severely damaged, with shattered windows and structural damage visible from the blast. The immediate aftermath of the explosion was chaotic, with emergency responders rushing to the scene to tend to the injured and contain the damage. As the investigation continues, authorities are asking anyone with information or footage of the incident to come forward. The impact of the explosion on the community cannot be understated, with many residents expressing their shock and grief over the loss of life and damage to property. Support and outreach efforts are underway to help those affected by the explosion, including a crowdfunding campaign to support the families of the workers who lost their lives. As we continue to learn more about the cause of the explosion, our thoughts are with the victims and their loved ones during this difficult time. Possible causes of the explosion. As authorities continue to investigate the explosion that rocked South Philadelphia yesterday, many are left wondering what could have caused such a destructive event. Here are some of the possible causes that have been speculated on. Construction. Construction work was being done on the street where the explosion occurred, and it's possible that this could have played a role in the incident. Construction work can cause damage to gas lines, and it's possible that a mistake or oversight during the construction process could have led to a gas leak and subsequent explosion. Electrical issues. While less common than gas leaks, electrical issues. Authorities' response and investigations ongoing. In the aftermath of the explosion that rocked Philadelphia yesterday, authorities have been working diligently to uncover the cause of the tragedy. Emergency services rushed to the scene of the incident, including police, firefighters, and medical teams. Several blocks were cordoned off, and a shelter-in-place order was issued for residents living nearby. The response from local authorities has been swift and well-coordinated. Police officers were deployed to secure the area, while the firefighters worked to contain the flames that had engulfed the buildings. Ambulances and other medical units were on hand to tend to the injured. Investigations are ongoing into the cause of the explosion, with a particular focus on the buildings in which it occurred. It has been reported that gas lines may have been a factor in the incident, though authorities are yet to confirm this. Community support and outreach. In the aftermath of the explosion in Philadelphia, community support and outreach has been pouring in from all corners of the city. From volunteers and rescue workers to neighbors and local businesses, everyone is stepping up to help those affected by the tragedy. Several GoFundMe pages have been set up to raise funds for the families of the victims and those who have lost their homes or businesses. Local organizations are also providing food, shelter, and other essentials to those in need. The Red Cross has set up a disaster relief center to provide assistance to anyone affected by the explosion. Residents are coming together to support one another, sharing information on social media, and offering help wherever it's needed. Local churches are opening their doors to those who need a place to stay or need emotional support. Many residents are donating clothing, food, and other items to help those who have lost everything. Businesses are also stepping up to provide support. The Philadelphia Eagles, for example, announced that they will be making a $50,000 donation to support relief efforts.